Okay, here we go. This is going to be our second road trip. First road trip not using the superchargers, so let's see what it says here about how long. They have a high-powered wall connector in the parking deck out there at the Tesla gallery. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna make a detour and stop there and just charge it back up, just for a little extra insurance, and then we will be on our way. Changed our minds at the last minute, and we are going to go to Avalon just to make sure that we have all the insurance that we can get. So we're going to pull off there right now because we're looking, you know, we've got another hour and 51 minutes of driving. 221, saying that we'd have 21% by the time we got back to this point. So let's play it safe, and even though we've only driven 27.5 miles, we're gonna go on and top it back off again. There's the lovely multi-coat red. Wow. That was epic. Don't talk to them right now, let's go. And there is one charging spot available, but it looks like someone's using the plug, so let me see what's going on. Alright, so this is what we've done so far. We're going to go ahead and take a little break, stretch our legs, walk around. Looks like some slack person just dropped the charger on the ground. People don't do that, it's rude.
Mom, can I get an apple?
So let's see what we're looking at here. Ugh. Sorry for the bad camera work. Let's see. Charging. So if we want to get up to full, which we're not going to do, we're looking at an hour and 20 minutes. But it's picking up speed right here. So once this gets up to where it should be, which is around from home, for whatever reason, you know, I can peak out with my vehicle. Here's what's weird. With my Model X, I can peak out around 50 miles of range per hour. But with another, like a loaner vehicle I could peak out at 56 miles of range per hour. So it really picked up on the voltage. But right here, I'm looking at, you know, we're going to be here for probably 30 minutes. I'm going to say 30 minutes. We'll head out of here at 1 p.m. How about that? 27 minutes from now. So we're just going to find some things to do. Lots of stuff, lots of shopping around here, and no other Tesla owners to really talk to right now. Looks like no one's in their cars, or a lot of these are demos anyway. So we're back at the car 40 minutes later, and here's where we're at. We're good to go. We're going to go ahead and unplug, and we're going to head on to whatever the name of that place is. I'll get back to that. Okay, so here's where we're at. You got to take my word for it. It just told me that when we get back to this area, we will be at 34%, which gives us more than enough time to go get back home. We don't know what we're going to be dealing with as far as elevation, driving up the mountain and all that. But at least we know now that we should have plenty of juice to make it back here. And if we feel like we need to charge before making it on home, we will. But I think we'll make it back. From the Tesla parking area, just leave from the back of the garage. Do not turn, don't come out of the nearest exit and make a right and go past the Apple store in Avalon. Otherwise you'll be pulling your hair out. You can get out right here, but in this situation we are going to go right because we're trying to get back onto 400. Okay, so we're gonna head to Dawsonville. It says we'll have 40%. When we get there, this is what we're working with. Time is 17:10, 5:10 p.m. for those of you who don't like military time. And we've driven 76.3 miles, and it says the estimate is 135, but the projected is 74. Let's see what we have when we get to Dawsonville. Just a little progress report here. The estimated miles have gone up to 141, and the projected is kicked up to 99. Basically, it's just been driving down the mountain. Look at those stats. It's pretty cool. Autopilot into the curve. Check it out. I'm impressed. I know, it's moving slow because it's on auto. Here, you're filming it now. No hands. Here we go. On the road. It's another curve. It's telling me to put my hands on the wheel though. So I believe we started out with 134 miles of estimated range, and we drove 35.8 miles. Nasty was right, it was at 5:10 that we left. So right at an hour almost driving. And here's the interesting part. It's the consumption down the way. So I'm thinking that we could probably make it back home. I'm very confident that we can. So we're just making a quick stop and we'll get back on the road. Alright, we are officially passing up Avalon. So we're gonna go on and make it with what we've got. Here's what we've got. We have 26 miles to go, so I think we're all set. Been home for a while, but just figured I would do a follow-up. Didn't have to stop to charge anywhere on the way back. as you can see, we have 38 miles of range left here. Did really well. Didn't feel any anxiety. Had a few places where we could have stopped, but we decided just to roll with it and see what we would get. So it did really well. I was really impressed with how I gained back around a dozen miles or so just rolling down the mountain. That was pretty cool. So yeah, so long road trips are a couple hundred miles. You really don't have to sweat it. I mean, if you just want to charge at home, like I'll be plugging up here in just a minute, and but yeah, it works out really well, and I don't have much of anything else to report. This is as far as I've taken it, 192.2 miles. Did really good on the road trip today. Never got scared that I was going to run out. There were plenty of places where I could have stopped and charged if I needed to, but did not do that. Here's the projected range. This kind of still feeds into my theory that no matter what you do, you're going to get 200 miles. This is off of a charge that started at 252 miles and drove up and down the mountains and everything, and gained back a significant amount of mileage for the first time, and still it's looking like I'm going to, if I were to keep pushing this, that I would get just a little over 200 miles. So I say this does it for the experiments. It is what it is. 200 miles, that's what you get out of a 90D Model X, and that's that.